To a diplomatic spat that's shaping up after yesterday's ruling, or rather yesterday's verdict. A zero-sum game is how President Uhuru Kenyatta describes the judgment used by the International Court of Justice to resolve the Kenya-Somalia maritime dispute. Somalia's President Mohamed Farmaajo was of a different mind and heaped praise on the court for its integrity and transparency. And though the court in its judgment qualified its decision as final without appeal and binding, the experts adjudged that the matter is far from settled. Olive Burrows captures what they made of the decision.
Line on a map may appear benign, but wars have been waged for less. And on Tuesday, the International Court of Justice, in an effort to keep the peace between Kenya and Somalia, sought to strike a middle ground. It drew a median line between the two nations' territorial claims to the Indian Ocean. But though it claimed to have the last word on the matter,
Kenya wishes to indicate that it rejects in totality and does not recognize the findings in the decision.
Kenya made it crystal clear that it did not recognize the jurisdiction of the court.
The decision embodies a perpetuation of the ICJ's jurisdictional overreach and raises a fundamental question on the respect of the sovereignty and consent of states to international judicial processes. And international tribunals have jurisdiction only to the extent of the consent by a state.
An ocean away in Villa, Somalia, the head of state there saw things a different way.
We hope that the Kenyan government will respect the supremacy of international law and will forgo their misguided and unlawful pursuits.
International court has jurisdiction over two states so long as the two states accept. Okay, this is not a criminal court where you find someone guilty and someone right.
This divergence of views has led to calls for IGAD member states and the African Union to get involved for an out-of-court settlement.
We need an arbiter from the African Union to sit between us and the Somalis. The second thing is that we need to resolve this dispute within a regional basis. And third, we need a win-win situation for both countries.
We're back to ground zero. This is a political, diplomatic, political solution, not a legal solution.
Nothing stops the two states from negotiating afresh after this determination, although now Somalia will have an upper edge.
But while Kenya expressed a willingness to submit to a mediated resolution, it does so from a weakened position.
I think that the bureaucratic system that we had fumbled on something. I don't think the Somalis actually wanted to take this thing to the International Court. I think it was their last resort because I think they met with some hubris within our own system.
Given the tumults that has characterized relations between Kenya and Somalia in the recent past, an amicable resolution may still be a ways off. Olive Burrows, NTV.